what a location. So I am at Gordale Scar, which is just down there. It was quite the scramble up and it was very busy, hence I am only doing recording now. Yeah, it is quite an incredible place. All the beautiful coloured water. Even in winter it looks kind of tropical, and I'm very glad that I'm here. So far I've shot two waterfall shots, one before the little scramble and then one after, and with the water, with one of the waterfalls coming through the gap in the rocks. And it's quite a special area, and it's a surprise, the further up you get the less people there are, and I'm quite happy about that. I'm currently trying to wait for a bit of light to try and get a shot of this tree, which I've got it set up. It's just kind of so it's just kind of angling itself around like the headlands, and there's a bit of water in the foreground, and there is some every now and again we got some sporadic light which kind of lights up the tree or the background, and I'm just waiting for a bit of that contrast to come along, and we'll see what happens. But yeah, no, it's an amazing area. Even in the middle of winter, it's well worth coming here and getting up early for. So I've now walked a bit further up the river. The shot was very frustrating. I spent about an hour there waiting for the right lights, just down the river. I'm not sure if you can see. But when I first came, just before I set up, there were two, like, you know, the light rays were really strong. As soon as I set my camera up, Murphy's Law happens, and all the light goes away. So I waited for about an hour. I think the composition's good, but I'm not sure there's enough light, and I think the light's a bit too flat. Well, there was my light. I cannot be bothered to go back down now. Wow, how the weather changes. Oh, this is beautiful. This is beautiful around here. I've just driven down to Ingleton to take some photos of Beasley Falls. It's now about 20 past 3. So the sun is, I think it's setting about 4:30 at the moment, maybe nearer 5. But yeah, there's still plenty of light, but being so far north, the sun sets at such a shallow angle that the golden hour lasts a lot longer than an hour, as you can probably tell. It's absolutely stunning. Got some spectacular mountains over behind me now. I might see if I can do something long lens, telephoto lens with those, because there's some quite lovely cloud kind of shrouding it. But that might end up being a little bit tricky, but we shall see. I'm just walking down to Beasley Falls now, and we'll see what happens. It's a beautiful day for photography, and it's very changeable, but still changeable doesn't necessarily mean that only one of those conditions is going to be bad for photography. Yeah, we had some pretty lovely misty flat light, which is good for the Gordale Scar and the waterfalls there, but then we'll also see what we can do with this quite stunning light, and all of the kind of the clouds that are kind of shrouding everything. See what we can do with those as well. But it should be a good location. We shall see. So, Beasley Falls has not disappointed. It's when there's waterfalls like this, it's not very hard to make a composition out of them. The curve in it, the kind of curve creates like a lovely curve through the scene. Sometimes if it was like, if everything was completely straight on, that doesn't necessarily make for a great image, but this is a beautiful waterfall. For waterfalls, and even for the ones back previously, you actually don't really want to get a sharp image of the water. Everything else, all the rocks should be absolutely sharp, but you actually kind of want to get a bit of emotion, the motion, so you want quite a long shutter speed. So I've been shooting typically today between about 1/6 of a second and about 1/2 a second, maybe to a second. Yeah, it just creates, you don't want it too long, and just smooths out everything, but it just creates a nice, you get the motion in the image. It creates kind of like a bit of a, yeah, bit of movement in a still image, which is quite nice. I have been using a polarizer, and I am using a polarizer on the front of my lens, which there are never any rules in photography, but I feel like for waterfalls, 99% of the time I will use a polarizer, as it just adds a lot of contrast and reduces a lot of glare coming off of the water, and you just get those really nice white, you know, the really nice bits of rapids coming through. So yeah, always ISO 100, always on a tripod, and here I am at Beasley Falls. I'm back at my car now. Unfortunately, the sunset has been kind of dampened by some clouds that are on the horizon, but that's okay. So unfortunately, the beautiful mountain shot didn't work, even though the clouds over it were absolutely stunning. Yeah, it's a beautiful sunset, but not a photographic one. I've had a really good day. I hope that you have enjoyed this video. I am hoping to do a few more now. I know it's been a break of 4.5 years, but now that I'm up north permanently, and I really got back into photography, I'm hoping to bring you along for the journey a bit more, whether that be a bit of wild camping maybe up in the Lake District, up into the Highlands, or yeah, the Yorkshire Dales as well. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, and yeah, until next time, bye.